Hey Muduk YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams fan YT. Today I'll be looking at clubs that deserve to be in a higher place or a higher league than where they are currently at in terms of positioning and league-wise. So it'll make sense as we go into it, shall we? Starting off with the Premier League. The biggest underachievers in the Premier League are Newcastle United. Not only are they now the richest club in the world and are in the relegation zone, they also have incredible history. In the all-time Premier League table, they are 8th, which is probably where they should be, about 8th, 9th position. They've also the 9th highest total of major honours won by a club. This season, they've averaged 36,274 fans a match. But furthermore, they're the only club in the Premier League history never to have under 30,000 fans at a match, barring the obvious COVID things. Notable mentions, of course, go to Leeds United. They're underachieving quite a lot. And some of the historical big 6 clubs are currently doing less well off, as they probably should be, like Arsenal and Tottenham. But for me, it's got to be Newcastle. For the Championship, Derby County. They are twice winners of the First Division and winners of the FA Cup. They beat Real Madrid 4-1 after losing, but before losing 5-0 in the reverse leg. They also reached the European Cup semi-finals, only losing against Juventus. Unfortunately, and you'll know by my name, I am a fan of them. They are in administration at the moment, so I hope that gets cleared up shortly. Shouldn't be too long, I don't think. And that is why they're at the bottom of the league. And they're actually only the only club in the country to have all 3 of their home grounds to have hosted England games. They also have the 16th biggest stadium in England, with 15th if Wembley isn't taken into consideration. Notable mentions going to Forest, Nottingham Forest. Afraid to mention them, but they did win a couple of Champions League back in the day, and being in mid-table in the Championship probably isn't good enough. Cardiff City, I suppose they historical big achievers. There's some other teams, a lot of the Championship teams you could argue deserve to be not in the Championship, but they are where they are. League One, I've gone with Sunderland. They may be second in their league, but the key is that they shouldn't be in that league in the first place. They are 10th in the all-time points total of the top flight. They have the 9th biggest stadium in the country. This is 8th if you don't include Wembley. They have 6 top flight titles, as well as being runners-up 5 times. They've won 2 FA Cups and reached the final of the League Cup twice. I think this is just kind of giving you a picture of just how historically significant Sunderland were. I think it's just, I always see Sunderland as one of the very big hitters of the English Football League system. And see them in League One is quite frankly ridiculous. Although, of course, Ipswich Town, they get a notable mention. They won the Champions League and they were in, or was it Champions League? Maybe Europa League. So one of the European competitions, and they're in League One. Also, Charlton Athletic and Doncaster Rovers both probably shouldn't be in the relegation zone of the League One table. League Two, I've gone with Oldham Athletic. They actually founded the Premier League and were second in the First Division during the 1914-15 season. They spent a total of 12 seasons of existence in the top flight, and they were semi-finalists for the FA Cup 3 times. So to be out of the relegation zone on goal difference only is truly horrendous. They're awful to be there. I just feel like they have dipped off recently, of course, but I'd still see them as a bit more, maybe even a League One club. Being really poor in League Two is just not really, for me, where they should be. Notable mentions, of course, go to Bradford City. One of their stadium burnt down. That sort of wrecked them a bit as a club. But I think the League Two teams actually at the moment, they're averaging where they probably should be, for me, in my eyes anyhow. For the National League, the League of Underachievers, I think. Notts County, though, I've gone with. I think, who else could I actually go with? They're founding members of the top flight, and now they can't even reach the playoffs of the 5th tier. They've also won the FA Cup, as well as being runners-up another time. And they've accumulated 1,068 points in the top flight. This is like loads of seasons. I mean, I couldn't even count over 25 seasons in the top flight. So quite frankly, to be the top tier of non-league, having been spent so long in the league system as well, it's not as if they were eliminated after the first few seasons and having to find their way back up. No, they've been in the Football League system for absolutely ages. But as I say, they are among many underachievers. Southend United, their ones, Yeovil Town, I mean, Stockport County, Chesterfield, all of these clubs probably shouldn't be in that league based on historical performance. And while teams like Salford City, Harrogate Town, Sutton United, and Leighton, or like just various clubs, well, Leighton Orient probably should be in League 2. You get what I mean. Some of the League 2 clubs, you've got to think, on historical merit, are they better than the current National League club? Of course, modern day they are. So there's always that argument: a big club doesn't deserve to stay up on history; it should be on current merit. And I understand that argument. For the National League North and South, I've gone with Bradford Park Avenue. This was actually quite a difficult decision for me, but this was because they have competed in all of England's top 4 tiers, and therefore have been in the top flight. But not, I mean, this wasn't for only one season. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, so what? One season? What was that? No, it's 3 seasons. 3 seasons they were in the top flight for. They were actually better than Bradford City for a while. I know they've been liquidated since then, back in like 1974, I think it was liquidated. But to me, I think they're the same club. I think a lot of people will probably say they are. A bit like the Rangers situation, how they entered administration and got kicked out of the league. Lots of people say they are the same club unless they're a Celtic fan. But of course, this is host to a whole range of big hitting clubs in this league. We've got York City, definitely shouldn't be in there. Gateshead, I think it is in that league. Kidderminster Harriers. Some of these clubs, and Boston United, some of these clubs that I've always seen back in the day were in League 2 and stuff. And I know they didn't perform overly well, but it's probably been the top tier of the National League. For Tier 7, I've gone with Gainsborough Trinity. They're actually one of the smallest towns who have had a Football League club, having been members of Division 2 from 1893 to 1912. This actually included a 6th place finish in 1904-05. So if you translate that to nowadays, that would have been the equivalent of them ending up in the playoffs in the Championship. So it's not a small feat. They also have a capacity of 4,304. That's actually very big for the 7th tier. There's not many which are better than them. I think Hednesford Town, I think they're another one which have quite a big stadium, but I think that's for another story. But there aren't many teams which I don't think should be met. Maybe, I don't know, some teams like South Shields and Scarborough Athletic should probably be in a bit higher leagues, but I'm not too familiar with this league at the moment. So give me a bit of slack if I've forgotten one of your clubs. Tier 8, I've gone with Glossop North End. At the turn of the 19th century, they played in the First Division, becoming one of actually the smallest town ever to host top-flight football. The chairman at one point, actually, Samuel Hill Wood, became chairman of Arsenal at a later point. Little known fact for you. Yeah, I just feel like if you're in the top tier and now in Tier 8, probably something's not gone right along the way. Although they obviously got deselected from the Football League system when there was still only, I think it was 2 tiers when we got deselected. And so obviously they immediately dropped down and haven't really been able to form a comeback since. Bootle, they're another club to add to that list. And maybe Sheffield SC, but that's only because they're the oldest club in the whole of English football. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new around here. There will be no videos next week. So Monday and Friday, no videos. I'm having a little break, and then we're back straight into the swing of things from the week after next Monday with the history of Blackpool FC. Very interesting. Stanley Matthews and FA Cup victory in the 1950s. And then I'm going to do the biggest overachievers, the opposite of this, with teams like maybe Brighton. Just a little teaser there. But goodbye for now.